Let's see. This person has had the thyroid removed 42 years ago. Oh, I was placed on 175 micrograms of Synthroid 30 years later. Can titrate off of it. Well, this is where I would use a glandular, get all on raw, and see if I can't promote tissue growth of whatever's left of that thyroid, and see if you can get a thyroid to halfway grow back on you. A lot of years down the tubes. So I don't know, you know, but certainly interesting. I don't know if I would probably shift to Armor and see if you did well with Armor. It's more natural, but where do you get Armor thyroid from? Yeah, I mean, you know, in the world of health and physicians and practitioners, it's a wild world, and some of you are going to see what we have to do sometimes. But I've reduced my office down to pretty simple. I think you know that, and the results we get are phenomenal. You haven't seen nothing yet to what I put on the YouTube for you. Cool stuff. But I don't know. I would maybe shift to Armor if you could. They probably took your parathyroids as well, so you're probably going to have to. I would supplement my body with a lot of kelp, hoping that I could utilize calcium. You'd be a big case for never doing meats, never doing acid foods, because the loss of bone and connective tissue would be something I would think that you would have a hard time repairing. That's where you'd really want to be good on a diet. When you remove vital endocrine glands, these docs just don't get it. You want to be very good in the diet, and then you'll live good and everything's happy. I mean, you won't have the vitality maybe you would with the thyroid, but certainly it's just the body. The vitality should come from you always, not your body. Dan, the RA man, someone asked me about RA today to talk about it, but I have with you, you know. The Essenes, I love the Essenes. Beautiful group of raw food people. You're getting into Zen Buddhism. I love the Zen. What was that Bruce Lee said? Tie two birds together, and even though they have four wings, they cannot fly. Or was that Shaolin? I love all that stuff. You know, I think whether you're Christian or Buddha, who cares? You know, enjoy everybody's belief systems. If you want to maintain yours, fine. It's when you start isolating yourself in your belief system and thinking that you have the only answers that your ego's got to you, or somebody's built your ego up, and that's not conducive to beauty and love and oneness of all of life, and that's really isolating you from the glory of God, despite what one thinks. You know, we have a lot of ego in Christianity and in all these. I was a Christian most of my life, but I'm not now. I'm not anything now but a God man. I don't want to be labeled because I don't want to judge anybody for what they do. I want to love them for who they are. So remember that. Now, yeah, the Essene Gospel of Peace is a good book. You know, it's more agnostic, and you get into the other Gospels. When you read these Gospels, especially the Gospel of Thomas, I heard that the other night on the History Channel. That was really some good stuff. I mean, when a God-man speaks, it wants to turn you on to the love of God, the love of the all. Whether you put a label on God or not, it wants to expand you and fill your heart full of love and ecstasy for the freedom and joy of who you are and the beauty of the allness. That's what's important, not the drama. The drama is the drama. And there's drama in every corner of this universe and in many heavens yet that you're maybe unaware of. But the drama is the drama. It isn't who you are. You know, get to who you are and you'll be good. You like the lady with the MS, I hope. Such a sweet soul, isn't she? She exudes beauty, I tell you. She was walking at the mall the other day. Incredible. Yeah. So I tried to answer all these. Forgive me for going kind of slow here, but I want to make sure I get these down because some of this, I've answered that for you. Yes. Is Steve, Remember, no crap. I love that. Yeah, I think you know now I'm a no crap kind of guy. You know what? I have fought so much for the freedom and rights of everyone, and both in health and in law with the IRS and stuff, that I'm a no crap kind of guy. Totally. Matter of fact, maybe a little too brutally honest, but to be honest with you, we don't have the time. I don't have the time. Let's get on with it. We're still playing games around this country here. Maybe that's okay. I don't know. I'm trying to step back from a lot of that. But Steve, this ocular fluid pressure, I tried to address that earlier today for you about the the glaucoma type of pressure. This is the lymph type of pressure. Get that out of there, my friend. That acid can break down the eye and give you MACD or some retina wrinkle and all kinds of new words they got out of here. But yeah, get that out of there. Pay attention to your colon, the relation of the colon, again, to the upper brain area, the transverse portion of the colon here, definitely related to the head. The iris shows this every time. We see it every time. And I tell you, even brain lesions have a start genetically in the gut tissue. But that's the embryo. That's the embryonic trunk. So really stay with getting the body healthy and focusing and moving those limbs. Get that pressure out of there. If you have to ear candle your ears, Steve, ear candle your ears. And pull some of this out that way and give some relief from that pressure. And then start cleaning up the bowels, the kidneys, and get this lymph to drain. And you'll be in good shape there, buddy. All right. Now, you hit it right on the head. Weak kidney and adrenal function. Yeah. Interstitial lymphatic constipation. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. I like that. No crap. It's true. Down like, you like my mango? Notice it's gone. Poor thing didn't have a chance. But then it was happy because I was so happy when it went down. I knew it was happy because we're all happy when everybody's enjoying each other. You know, I'm sure when the rattlesnake's eating the mice that everybody's happy. All right, full heart. Thank you, sweetheart. I've seen other comments from you. Good soul, my lady. Thank you so much. Good soul. Let me see here. Yeah, I answered the bladder infection with the heal all tea. Yeah, this is a question. It's the same one that's got the thin issue going on, the anorexia. And she's saying, when I eat 100% raw fruits and leafy greens in a day, I cannot fall asleep at night. A lot of energy going into that little body of yours. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I'd have to look at your case, your nervous system, your adrenals, the pineal gland in the brain. I'd have to look at these things in you and see if there's something out. When I was a monofrugivore, so to speak, I did not sleep. I lay my head down, I'm out of my body. And if I was struggling to even do that, I mean, if you practice out-of-body experiences, you will have a period of time where you will be awake. Because when you go to sleep, you don't want to fall asleep. You want your body to fall asleep, but you take off. So it's trying to, the first few months or however long it takes you, you're going to struggle between I'm awake, but my body needs to rest. Because you're not your body. But your body needs to rest. How many of you had experiences where you felt you were awake all night, but your body was sleeping? That's because you're the soul. You're the consciousness. You're not part of the body. You're only using it. And so, one can struggle with that. Then the energy of these raw foods. I mean, I had so much energy, I actually had to stop because it was that or leave. And I was told abruptly what I had to do. So I had to balance out. That's all I can say. Being more balanced has helped me as a practitioner immensely. I've seen people that get too strict, they get out of balance, and you've seen that too. The id gets too out of balance, and it's going to happen at times. But keep it balanced if you can. You'll do good that way. Self-discipline. Too much aloneness can breed out of balance. I was there, so I try to keep myself in balance that way. The power of consciousness is so strong at a level like this. Kind of like hard to visit the Anomi Lok and maintain a human body for this Radhaswami man. I can tell you, if you've ever been to those higher heavens, you have to be careful. There's a certain level of height that you won't come back. I don't care who you are. You can't do it. I've always prided myself being on very strong and powerful in the God force and giving it. And I thought I could take about anything. Yeah. Till God said, well, let me take you closer to me and let me show you. Man, so powerful. Things are so powerful out there. Amazing. The beauty of it all. Now, you say something, I cannot fall asleep. So if I eat some bread or cereal or oatmeal during the day, that never happens. Well, that tells me you're full of fungus right there. So it could be a fungal activity going on in you that's keeping you alive and awake, and the raw foods are shaking you up. So I'd take a Parasite M formula for a while and get my fungus under control. Get away from the starches, because if you're concerned about anorexia, you want to keep a thinner body, you would never eat those foods, because you're eating the very foods that fatten people up. You want to eat the foods that make people healthy, not fatten them up. And grains are nothing but fattening foods, polysaccharides. Nothing healthy about a polysaccharide when the body requires monosaccharides. So I don't care what the American Dietetics Association says. Where's your proof, American Dietetics Association? You're keeping fat on people. What we've done is aberrated our genetics so much that when we get thin, we freak out. Some do. And some freak out when they put on weight. The body's so aberrated now with all these generations of grains and dead animals that some people actually believe we need them. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while, this whole big mix, to get the Homo sapien back on track to where his physiology meets his dietary issues. It's going to be a while. And you guys are the advanced forerunners. Isn't that cool? You guys are ahead of the pack and vital. Your role right now is vital for the future of this planet. If it survives 2012, you're going to be the ones, the way showers. So what you're doing now, you will really see how that's going to be vital to the future of man. So good work, all. Good work. Yeah, I've gone over some of these several times. Now, how do I remove skin tags? Well, I consider them a form of parasitic. So I would do, again, the Parasite M. If you have moles, skin tags, warts, things like that, you want them to fall off, you're going to have to stay on the Parasite M or some anti-parasitic, antiviral, antifungal type herbal formula for a while. And you want to use the herbs, not silvers. You want to use the herbs to do that. A balanced chemistry. The herbs are also nutritive, and you also have other factors. You know, the cool thing about herbs is that one herb can do 1,000 things. Well, maybe 1,000, but certainly 20 or 30. I mean, that's the beauty of botanicals. Now, this herb does this, but oh, look, it can do this, and oh, look, it can do that. Remember the story about lobelia and Dr. Christopher looking for a homeostatic when someone was bleeding, and they used lobelia, and sure enough, it stopped the bleeding. This one is having a question. I see a lot of you on here, sweetheart. I don't know how to pronounce your name. K-A-I-K-E? Nice name, nice picture. You had elevated hypertension syndrome or episodes or something, and after having my fourth baby, my blood pressure is between 145 over 95. Ooh. Yeah, to 170 over 117. Holy crap. Check both arms, too. You want to see which side's the worst. But it doesn't matter, I mean, because you got to fix both sides. But just curious, you're going to have a different blood pressure on each side, honey. This is not from the stress of my kids. My pressure is elevated in the morning and very high at night. and my hypertension meds really don't work, and I feel like, okay,